We're hitting zeros in the evening window. First to go, a no contest. The Buffalo Bills running over the Seattle Seahawks, both literal and figurative. James Cook, one of 2 touchdowns. Cook's 17 totes for $111, and those 2 scores. 31-10 is your final. The Seattle Seahawks fall to 4-4, and again, another loss at home. Joe Musso, pleased to be alongside my guy, the 2-time champ in Bryant McFadden. Mac, this is a Seattle team that poses many questions, but the constant there is the setting. The 12s going on the road, winning in Seattle, it's always difficult. What'd you take away from the Buffalo performance?
Well, one team was well prepared, the other team was not. The Buffalo Bills came in with a sense of urgency, like this was a playoff opportunity. They cashed in big time. You look at how they started the game, very, very efficient. Josh Allen throwing the football around the yard. James Cook was in the kitchen cooking from start to finish. The running game was there, the balance was there. And one thing I like about this victory, Josh, when you look at, Joe, what the Bills did, they were very, very efficient in throwing the football. But the prized big-time addition, Amari Cooper, only had 1 reception for 3 yards. Look at Khalil Shakir, 9 receptions, 107. Keon Coleman, 5 for 70. Dawson Knox, 2 for 50. Dalton Kincaid, 4 for 31. When you look at what they're starting to establish when it comes to the pass-catching position, if they can continue to do what they did today, of course, Amari Cooper is wide receiver 1. But when you look at the others stepping up and playing better football, there lies an opportunity for them to be a very, very difficult offense to stop. And unfortunately for the Seattle Seahawks, they faced off against an offense that was very, very dialed in, very, very efficient, and had playmakers surrounding their star quarterback in Josh Allen.
This is a Seattle team that the more I watch them, the more they confuse me because they have some explosivity to their offense, but there's only certain ways that they're going to beat you, only certain ways that they can win a football game. They only ran 47 total offensive plays in this game. That's not enough. I mean, I'm looking at the rush numbers. This is the fewest rushing yards in a home game by any team since the 2010 Chiefs. 32 rushing yards here for Seattle on a home field in front of their fans. And we've seen what this 2-headed monster can do in that backfield. Is that where success starts for Seattle and they just don't see it yet, like establishing that run game?
I mean, that's the success that most offenses want to have.
Yeah.
But for the Seattle Seahawks, they don't believe in being patient with the running game. Kenneth Walker, right, go back and watch what he did in the victory against Atlanta, carving their defense up. Today, he had 9 carries for 12 yards. You have to establish and utilize patience when it comes to running the football, especially if you have a volume-type running back like Kenneth Walker, where he gets better when he gets the touches, the opportunities. For me, Seattle, when you look at the losses they've sustained so far this season, the running game has been missing. They haven't tried to get things going when it comes to that element. They also missed DK Metcalf. Not having him in the lineup, now you're losing one of the bigger playmakers in the National Football League. He's a threat that you have to account for when it comes to secondary play. But this is a team, to your point, they're very, very confusing. You don't know exactly what to expect. You don't know what you're going to see. They have no identity, and I think they're still trying to figure things out on the fly.
They just beat Atlanta by 20. I mean, these are 2 teams coming in by way of 20-plus point wins, and you saw one that used it and one that, again, felt like they were flat-footed, no momentum from that moment. Let's turn our attention here to Josh Allen, who does throw an interception in this one, had not previously thrown an interception this season. He is not just maintaining the flow of the offense, but protecting the football in a way that we haven't seen before. What stood out to you in his play as it evolves one more year over?
Just how he orchestrates and works within this offense. I mean, this is a guy that's been playing really, really good football, and you don't need him to go out and put forth the heroic efforts we've seen in years past, but he's been distributing the football, making timely plays outside of that interception. He's been outstanding. He's been outstanding the entire season when it comes to protecting the football. So you just look at their identity. They have an identity in place when it comes to the Buffalo Bills, offensively and defensively. But for Seattle, they don't have an identity. They're still trying to figure things out. And to my point, as I stated earlier, with this segment, Josh Allen was really on point with his pass catchers. Amari Cooper only had 1 reception. Think about that. So now when you look at what Khalil Shakir is doing, Keon Coleman in the last few weeks, he's really been balling. He's really, you can tell he's acclimated to this offense.
5 for 7.
They got some dudes now that surround them. Remember, that was the one concern or question mark for Buffalo. Losing Gabe Davis, losing Stephon Diggs. Who would step up to be a reliable playmaker for their offense? Now they're starting to really see we got a few guys that we can count on that can deliver the goods in critical moments of ball games when it comes to throwing the football.
Well, we know what lies in front of Buffalo. This is a team that still has to get over the hump against the powers that be in the AFC. On the NFC side, specifically in that division for Seattle, it's all right there in front of you. No one has run away with this division. How do they find it? Where do they turn the page? Where do they synthesize the offensive philosophy that's bringing us into this one? Or is this who they are? A 500 football team that might bring it one Sunday and might not the next?
That's the thing. Right now, they're looking like a 500 team at best. But this is a team on paper, when you look at their roster, they're too good just to be a 500 team. So first and foremost, be patient when it comes to the running game. Get Kenneth Walker going. When he is going, Geno Smith, he's a better quarterback. And then when you transition to the defensive side, Mike McDonald became the head coach for the Seahawks because of his defensive efforts as a coach for the Baltimore Ravens.
Some other responsibilities now.
We haven't seen anything to what we watched with him when he was a Baltimore Ravens, especially in the trenches. I know they're dealing with injuries. Heck, at this point, most NFL teams are dealing with injuries. But you still got to find a way to implement the guys that can get the job done and do so in a disciplined way. And right now, we're not seeing that. They have so many loopholes on their defense on all 3 levels. They've really dropped the ball when it comes to delivering the goods and living up to the expectations. But the one luxury they have at their disposal, the NFC East, to your point, is wide open.
Out there in the West, excuse me.
Yeah, the NFC West is wide open. San Francisco dealing with injuries. Arizona, big-time win. But have they been consistent? No. And for Seattle, you know, you got to find a way to turn the corner. But the team you need to worry about out West, the Rams, because they're well coached. And when they have Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, that offense is a very, very difficult offense to face, but it's still open.
So much for that fire sale that was previously reported pending the result in that Thursday night matchup. The receivers are back, and the hopes are as well for LA as we take a look. Most seasons starting 6-2 or better since 2019. I mean, you've gotten used to the logos. But who's going to take down that second one? The Chiefs remain the gold standard. The Bills and Ravens, they want another shot.